The impact of weather and location on orchid growth. Growing orchids is a delicate art that requires a deep understanding of how weather and location affect their development. Orchids, known for their stunning variety, need more than just attention. They require specific environmental conditions to thrive. Two critical factors that influence the success of growing orchids are the weather and the planting location. In this article, we'll explore how these factors impact orchid growth and provide practical tips to help growers achieve the best results. 1. Understanding orchids and their ecological needs. Orchids, Orchidaceae, are one of the largest families of flowering plants, with over 25,000 different species that thrive in various climates, ranging from tropical rainforests to temperate regions. Orchids can be found in diverse habitats such as dense jungles, tropical rainforests, mountainous areas, and even deserts. However, most orchids prefer high humidity, indirect sunlight, and stable temperatures. The key environmental factors for growing orchids include temperature. Orchids typically thrive in temperatures ranging from 59 degrees to 86 degrees, 15 degrees to 30 degrees, depending on the species. Humidity. Most orchids prefer environments with 50% to 80% humidity. Light. Orchids grow best with indirect or filtered sunlight. Air circulation. Good airflow helps prevent mold and keeps orchids healthy. 2. The role of weather in orchid growth. 2.1. Temperature. Temperature plays a significant role in the growth and blooming of orchids. Different orchid species have varying temperature requirements, but generally, they grow well between 59 degrees to 86 degrees. Tropical orchids. Species like Phalaenopsis and Dendrobium thrive in tropical areas, with temperatures between 68 degrees and 86 degrees. Temperatures that are too low can slow growth and delay blooming, while excessive heat can cause leaves to wilt and weaken the plant. Cool climate orchids. Orchids like Cymbidium prefer cooler environments, thriving in temperatures between 50 degrees and 68 degrees. In hot climates, these orchids may struggle to bloom or grow properly. Nighttime temperatures that are 5-10 degrees, cooler than daytime temperatures, are often essential to trigger flowering in many orchid species. Therefore, maintaining stable and suitable temperatures is crucial. 2.2. Humidity. Humidity is another critical factor for keeping orchids healthy and promoting strong growth. Orchids generally require more humidity than many other plants, especially those native to tropical rainforests. Tropical orchids, orchids like Cattleya, which originate from rainforests, require high humidity, typically between 60% and 80%. And the air is too dry, the leaves can become dehydrated, affecting the plant's ability to photosynthesize. Drought-tolerant orchids. Some orchids, such as certain species of Dendrobium, can tolerate lower humidity levels, around 50% to 60%. However, even these species need some moisture to thrive. 2.3. Light. Light is essential for photosynthesis and energy production in orchids. However, not all orchids need direct sunlight. Indirect light. Most orchids, such as Phalaenopsis and Oncidium, thrive under indirect light or in partial shade. These species prefer soft, filtered light and can suffer from sunburn if exposed to direct sunlight for too long. Bright light. Orchids like Dendrobium can handle more intense light but still require some shade during the hottest parts of the day. If an orchid doesn't receive enough light, its leaves will darken, and it may not bloom. On the other hand, too much light can scorch the leaves and fade the flowers. 3. The importance of location in orchid cultivation. 3.1. Growing orchids indoors. Growing orchids indoors is a popular choice, especially for species sensitive to changing weather conditions. Indoor environments allow growers to control factors such as temperature, light, and humidity more easily. Benefits. Indoor cultivation protects orchids from extreme weather conditions like heavy rain, strong winds, or scorching sun. It also allows growers to maintain ideal humidity and temperature with tools like humidifiers or grow lights. Challenges. Space limitations and insufficient natural light can be drawbacks to indoor growing. Additionally, poor air circulation indoors can lead to mold growth and pests. 3.2. Growing orchids outdoors. Growing orchids outdoors can be rewarding, particularly if the weather and location suit the plant's needs. Benefits. Orchids grown outdoors benefit from natural light and better air circulation. There's some species, such as Dendrobium and Vanda, can thrive where they receive ample sunlight and fresh air. Challenges. Outdoor orchids are exposed to extreme weather, such as heavy rain, strong winds, or temperature fluctuations. Growers may need to protect their plants by moving them indoors or providing shade when necessary. 3.3. Choosing the right location. Choosing the right location is crucial for ensuring the health and blooming of orchids. Consider the following factors. Light exposure. Ensure that the orchids are placed where they can receive indirect light or dappled sunlight, avoiding prolonged exposure to direct sun. Air circulation. A location with good air circulation prevents mold and disease, helping orchids to stay healthy. Temperature and humidity control. In regions with extreme weather, growers should be prepared to adjust conditions to protect their orchids, using shade cloths, moving plants indoors, or using humidifiers. 4. Seasonal impact on orchid growth. Seasons also play a significant role in orchid growth and flowering. In tropical regions, orchids often follow a seasonal blooming cycle influenced by changes in temperature, humidity, and light. Rainy season. In tropical areas, the rainy season provides the ideal conditions for orchid growth due to abundant moisture and consistent humidity. This is the time when most orchids grow new roots, leaves, and flower spikes. Dry season. During the dry season, many orchids enter a dormant phase. During this time, watering and feeding should be reduced to prevent root rot. In temperate climates, orchids typically thrive in the spring and summer, when temperatures are warm and daylight hours are long. 5. Adjusting growing conditions for orchids. 5.1. Managing temperature. Growers can use methods like shade cloths or moving plants indoors to adjust temperature during extreme weather. Fans or air conditioning can also help maintain a stable environment. 5.2. Managing humidity. A humidifier can be a useful tool for increasing moisture levels, especially during dry seasons or when growing orchids indoors. 5.3. Managing light. For orchids that require lower light, growers can use shade cloths or position the plants under larger trees to reduce direct sun exposure. For indoor growing, specialized grow lights can ensure orchids get the right amount of light. Conclusion. Weather and location play a crucial role in the growth and blooming of orchids. By understanding the specific needs of each orchid species and adjusting factors like temperature, humidity, and light, growers can create the perfect environment for their orchids to flourish. With the right care and patience, orchids can become a symbol of beauty and elegance, bringing joy and satisfaction to growers worldwide.